Hello guys, welcome back to the Brutal Masters channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. In this episode, we're going to talk about another short-term project that in my opinion will do really well to the short to mid-term perspective. And this project is called PolyPad or the PolyPad token, right? Again, as always guys, I highly recommend you guys research on any of the projects we cover on our channel. And for this project, I recommend you guys to go to the website polypad.com in order to learn more about this project, right? But before we talk about PolyPad, I want to talk to you guys about Gateio. Gateio is a centralized exchange that is known for listing low market cap gem tokens way before they get listed on major centralized exchanges such as Binance or Coinbase. What this means is if you have a Gateio account and if you buy these low market cap gem tokens, you stand a chance to make 10, 20, 50 or even 100x gains on these cryptos, right? And if you don't have a Gateio account, I suggest you to use the link in the description in order to set up your Gateio account today so that you can buy these low market cap gem tokens and not only get a high chance to make some really good gains, but you can also use some of their other features which includes copy trading, giveaways and NFT boxes, which are leading tools that you can increase your profitability even further with, right? And by using the link in the description to set up your Gateio account, you are also supporting the Brutal Investor channel, for which I thank you in advance. So going back to the PolyPad token, for the purpose of this video, I'm going to rely on the information presented on CoinMarketCap's page for this token, along with the information presented on the website itself. But this is only going to be a peripheral analysis, which means you need to do your own in-depth research before you put your hard-earned money on this token, right? So what is PolyPad? PolyPad is here with a simple mission to break down the barriers for accessing novel early-stage blockchain projects, building on promising DLTs, providing a launchpad for new and upcoming projects on the Polygon chain. So, as the name suggests, PolyPad is a launchpad project that provides a novel early-stage blockchain project with an opportunity to use their launchpad in order to host a new or upcoming project on the Polygon chain, right? So this is basically the main focus of this platform, which is to act as a launchpad for new and upcoming projects on the Polygon ecosystem, right? So arguably the most promising second layer platform, Polygon is capable of dramatically improving the speed, throughput and efficiency of Ethereum and essentially any other EVM compatible chain. So since Polygon is one of the most promising and the most popular second layer solution on the Ethereum blockchain, it basically increases the speed, throughput and efficiency of Ethereum to a great extent, to a point where other projects can comfortably migrate to Polygon and be as efficient as they would be on Ethereum, right? And basically not only this, but also any other EVM compatible chain, a project that's existing on another EVM compatible chain can migrate themselves to the Polygon ecosystem because of its versatility, efficiency and speed, right? So with this in mind, Bluezilla or hashtag Bluezilla has built this platform to tap into the ever-increasing demand for Polygon-based projects, listening to both project developers and the community. So the PolyPad platform was built by a group called hashtag Bluezilla, and they built this platform in order to curtail the ever-increasing demand on the Polygon ecosystem for Polygon-based projects and to basically give the community as well as the developers on what they need, because they're basically listening to community and developers to seek what they need and they're delivering it to them in the form of PolyPad, right? So that's the quick overview of PolyPad. So now let's go to the website itself, which is polypad.com, in order to see what else they have on their website. So right off the bat, you can clearly see that they have a pretty cool website with a galaxy themed background, and here they are stating that they're unlocking the opportunity for burgeoning cross-chain landscape. So they're unlocking a lot of opportunities for different platforms to launch themselves on a noteworthy project called PolyPad, and that's basically what they're offering right now. So if you scroll below, you can see PolyPad is here with a simple mission to break down the barriers to accessing novel early stage blockchain projects building on promising DLTs. So they are providing not only a platform, but they're also breaking down the barriers for entry for any new crypto project to their platform, right? And if you see they have a Tron pad slash KCC pad, or KuCoin chain pad, which is KCC pad. So Tron pad, KuCoin pad swap. So you can basically migrate the tokens, PolyPad tokens, from these blockchains onto the Polygon ecosystem. And if you're a project that wants to launch an IDO, you can apply for an IDO by clicking on the apply for IDO button here. Or if you're a user who wants to participate and get your hands on some of these cool tokens for new projects, you can click on the open app button here, right? So that will give you access to the different themes or different functionalities of the PolyPad ecosystem. So here they're talking about Polygon itself. So arguably the most promising second layer platform. Polygon is capable of dramatically improving the speed, throughput, and efficiency of Ethereum, and essentially any other EVM compatible chain. So obviously things that we've already discussed before about the benefits of using Polygon compared to several other EVM compatible chains, right? So that's basically what they're describing here as well. And if you further scroll below, here they are stating how it works. So the main deflationary mechanisms of PolyPad include a 10% fee on all token sales or sell orders and early unstaking fees of up to 25%. So they're trying to make their token very deflationary, which when we cover the tokenomics, you'll understand this much more clearly. So if you see, they have a specific number of tokens, and those tokens are considered to be emitted to people who participate in the ecosystem, but at the same time they're creating a deflationary mechanism for their token to make their token much more worthwhile for people to hold on to, right? And the deflationary mechanism is quite aggressive compared to several other projects. And if you see here, they include a 10% fee on all token sales, which includes sell orders. So if you sell your tokens, both PolyPad tokens and any of the IDO tokens that you have from PolyPad, you have to pay a 10% sell order fee, which is quite high. And I think this 10% fee is burnt in the form of PolyPad tokens, right? So they burn a portion of the PolyPad tokens in order to basically make it deflationary. And along with the fact that if you unstake your PolyPad tokens, so unstaking are some of the components of any basically proof of stake or any platform itself. And if you stake their tokens, you get rewards in the form of more PolyPad tokens or get IDO participation whitelists. But if you unstake, you get a 25% fee, as high as 25% fee is levied on you, which gets burnt as well, right? So they have a very aggressive deflationary mechanism in place in order to make the token much more valuable. So distribution of sell fee. So when you sell, how does the fee get distributed? So 5% of the fees will be rewarded to stakers in Matic tokens. So people who stake PolyPad tokens, they get a portion of the fees, unstaked fees, in the form of Matic tokens, which is pretty cool because Matic obviously is a native token, native coin on the Polygon ecosystem, right? And 2.5% will be airdropped to long-term stakers in Matic. So if you're a long-term staker, you get more benefits and you get an additional 2.5% fees airdropped to you in the form of Matic tokens, and 2.5% will be burned forever. So obviously the rest of the 2.5% will be burned forever. So that's pretty cool, which makes this token deflationary. And if you see early unstaking fees is quite high, and if you unstake at an early stage, you get penalized severely, right? So there will also be an option to unstake early. You will still have the option, but if you see this, the fee that will be applicable to you would be 25% burn fee, which is a huge percentage. And if you wait 4 months to unstake, there will be no fee. So if you don't want to pay these fees, you would have to stake it for 4 months, which basically means that you are incentivized to hold. And for people who hold the PolyPad tokens, they're definitely getting the best value, because they won't have to worry about people dumping their tokens, at least for the first 4 months, right? So how to participate? To participate in an IDO, you must have completed KYC and be staking your PolyPad tokens a maximum of 3 hours before the IDO begins. So there are a few rules that you need to follow before you can participate. So you need to basically comply with the KYC standards by passing a KYC on their platform, which means you have to give your personal information. And once you pass your KYC, you need to stake your PolyPad tokens for a maximum of 3 hours before the IDO begins. So you have to stake it up to 3 hours before the IDO auction begins or IDO participation begins, and then you can participate, right? So those are some of the rigorous mechanisms that they use in order to obviously make sure that they take care of the spams and bots and several other malicious participants, and that's pretty good for the ecosystem, right? So PolyPad, a deflationary launchpad for Polygon ecosystem, is just pretty aptly stated. If you are staking holding KCC pad or Tron pad, you will be eligible to swap these tokens to PolyPad tokens at TGE. So as I mentioned before, these platforms have a partnership with PolyPad in such a way that if you have these tokens, you can bring them to the Polygon ecosystem and swap them for PolyPad tokens, right? And you can participate in the PolyPad ecosystem as well, right? So that's pretty cool. So when it comes to tokenomics, here they're talking about the maximum supply of 2 billion tokens. We'll touch base on this in a few seconds, but they have supply at listing will be 1.1 billion tokens. And the token allocation for the team is 10%, advisors 5%, liquidity is 9%, ecosystem is 10%, reserve is 4%, staking is 7%, and KCC TronPad swappers will get 55% of the PolyPad tokens allocated for them, right? So pretty equitable distribution. And here is the lottery ticket. So if you want to participate, you have to basically meet the basic requirements of passing KYC and holding your PolyPad tokens for a maximum of 3 hours before the IDO. And depending on how much tokens you have staked, you get further benefits as well, right? So you can look through the benefits through their website. I'm not going to cover that right now, but if you scroll further below, they have PolyPad is the next project in the Bluezilla's ecosystem. So Bluezilla is the ecosystem, and obviously Bluezilla team is the team that has built PolyPad. Cross-chain project launches are increasingly commonplace. So there are projects that launch which focus on becoming cross-chain or multi-chain, and that's pretty common, and they're basically stating that. If you scroll further below, they have their incubation program, which you can read about, and you can get the following if you participate through their incubation program. So you can basically access their legal department to help you set up the best jurisdiction for your token and project, access their marketing team and KOL network, expert tokenomics design and vesting schedule creation, exclusive access to their IDO platforms for the ultimate launch, in-house development support, token contract creation and auditing, invaluable industry connection via their advisors and external network. So you have all these benefits. If you're a project who wants to be a part of the Polygon ecosystem, then PolyPad is basically for you because you get all of these benefits, right? So you can apply for the project incubation, and you can click on the apply now button, and if you scroll further below, you get their social media information which you can access to become a part of their community, right? So overall, a pretty straightforward and robust project with a very clean and clear motivation for you to participate in. And if you're a project, you definitely get more benefits by participating in their launchpad compared to any other launchpads, right? So going back to the CoinMarketCap page for this token is currently ranked 2,939th by market cap on CoinMarketCap, and is currently trading at 4.3 cents at the time I'm making this video, and has decreased quite a bit, about close to 15% in the past 24 hours, right? So obviously this token is declining, which definitely indicates that this is a really good opportunity to buy this token. And if you take a look at the market cap, again, this market cap should be taken with a grain of salt because it has a warning sign next to the market cap. But if you see, the market cap is currently at $53.5 million in market cap. So since this is not an accurate market cap, you can probably say that the project has somewhere between $50 to $55 million in market cap, which indicates that it is obviously a project that is low market cap because it's significantly lower than $100 million in market cap, and therefore a project with this much potential, and they're taking really good care of their IDO projects. The market cap being this low is quite surprising, and I believe that the project can significantly increase its market cap with the growth and extension of the Polygon ecosystem itself, which is what we are seeing right now. Because a lot of people who are frustrated with Ethereum gas fees are going to several other chains or even side chains of Ethereum, and Polygon is one of the best and the most popular side chain that a lot of people are flocking to, and thereby if they want to participate in a launchpad project or an invest in a launchpad project, then PolyPad is something that they will most likely invest in the next upcoming months to a few years, and thereby this market cap is definitely going to increase in the future, right? Again, that's just my opinion, guys, not financial advice. When it comes to the max supply, as we spoke before, the max supply is 2 billion tokens, again quite a lot, of tokens in the max supply, out of which 1.2 billion tokens are already in circulation. This is again a self-reported circulating supply, which has to be taken with a grain of salt. But at any given point of time, it can have up to 1.2 billion tokens in circulation, right? But if you take a look at their max supply and compare it with their circulating supply, slightly more than half or 50% of the max supply is already in circulation, which is definitely a good thing, because more than 50% of the tokens are already in circulation, which only means that the price slumping or price sideways action is only going to be lasting for a very short period of time, right? And another thing is that if you recollect the fact that they are having token burning mechanisms and penalties that will ensure that the project does not get unstaked, the token holders don't unstake their tokens if they don't actually have to, is incentivizing the fact that people hold their tokens for long term and not for short term, right? Which means that a lot of tokens will eventually get locked into the platform, and thereby causing significant price appreciation, at least in the short term, right? Short to mid term, which is one of the reasons why when I started this video, I said this is a really good short to mid term project, and thereby signifying the fact that this project could definitely pump in the short term, right? So again, this is because of the fact that they have very good and robust staking mechanisms and penalties for unstakers or early unstakers, along with the fact that slightly more than 50% of their tokens are already in circulation, which all definitely show a positive sign that the token price appreciation will definitely happen in the midterm itself, right? So that's one of the reasons why I believe that this project has some really good short to midterm potential, and you can clearly see that from yourself, right? So again, this is all my personal opinion. If you take a look at the charts itself, you can clearly see a few things. So first of all, this token has been moving sideways, and they don't have a track record of making really peak all-time highs. They've pretty much moved sideways, or even made some volatile up and down motions, but nothing significant in the short term, which is also one of the reasons why I feel like, since this project hasn't done any significant pumps, there is a lot of potential for this token to pump in the short term, right? And if you see, this chart also indicates that a lot of people aren't really pumping or dumping this token because of the fact that they have a very robust staking and unstaking mechanism, which is clearly reflected on this chart, right? So if you take a look at the price of this token initially, the token was priced at 4.5 cents per token as of 7th of April 2022. And again, this is a price point that we've seen for the recent few weeks, and the token has been quite a bit stable, reaching as high as 5 cents per token, but mostly moving sideways and focusing between the 4.5 to 5 cents per token. Nothing really crazy happening with this token, apart from the fact that the token recently dipped below the 4.5 cents mark and went to low of 4.3 cents, but now it's currently the 4.3 cents mark, right? So again, if you are looking to make some really good short-term gains, short to mid-term gains, which could happen in a few weeks to a few months, then this token is pretty much moving sideways, and therefore it's a good opportunity to buy this token at this price point. At the same time, if you have any KCC pad tokens or Tron pad tokens, you can use this opportunity to swap from them to this token, because you'll be able to accumulate more of this token, since the token is at 4.3 cents instead of 4.5 to 5 cents per token, right? So this is obviously showing that this project can definitely pump anytime, because it's kind of like moving sideways for quite some time right now, and thereby it pumping sooner is going to happen sooner than later, right? So that's that when it comes to the short-term price potential. When it comes to Bitcoin Competitor, again, Bitcoin Competitor is also pretty flat, but I don't really recommend anyone buying this token with Bitcoin Competitor, because Bitcoin is a much more scarcer token or coin compared to this token, and at the same time, this token hasn't really had any track history of making any all-time highs so far, so it would be really risky for you to invest in this token with Bitcoin Competitor, right? When it comes to Bitcoin Competitor, you can clearly see that this token is trading at 103 satoshis per token initially, and then it was quite volatile, reaching 103 to 106, or even as high as 113 satoshis per token. It reached relative highs of 133 satoshis per token, but then gradually went down to 103, and now it's kind of at 102 satoshis per token. Obviously, if you do intend to buy this token with Bitcoin Competitor, you can buy this at this price point because it's still quite low compared to several other Satoshi marks where this token has been in the past few weeks. But as I said, dollar comparative makes much more sense compared to Bitcoin comparative because it could be a very risky investment with Bitcoin comparative, right? Again, this is just my personal opinion, guys, not financial advice. Please do your research before you put your hard-earned money on this token, right? When it comes to markets itself, you can obviously buy this token from Gateio, which is one of the leading centralized exchange to buy low market cap gem tokens in the crypto space. If you don't have a Gateio account already, I suggest you to use the link in the description right now to set up a Gateio account so that you can get not just a chance to make some really good gains on the low market cap crypto that they have, you can also get a 30% trading fee rebate on every trade that you make, right? And by using the link to subscribe to your Gateio account, you are also supporting the Brutal Investor channel, for which I thank in advance. Apart from Gateio, you can also buy this token from PancakeSwap, QuickSwap, and MEXC, along with Dodo, which is in the Polygon exchange as well, right? I would probably suggest you to focus on Gateio and MEXC as the top two centralized exchanges where this token is available. And for decentralized options, you can get this token from QuickSwap or Dodo on Polygon, and PancakeSwap and the Binance Smart Chain, right? So you have a lot of variety of options to buy this token from. So what's my final verdict on this token, guys? I think this token has a really good short-term potential. I think the token has been suppressed for quite some time. That is going to bounce. It's going to be exploding in the next few weeks to few months. I can easily see this token reaching as high as 8 to 10 cents per token from this price point, and if you're lucky, we can even go further than that before crashing down, right? So that short-term gain is definitely going to give you some really good momentum to get some really good profits on your cryptos with this token. But be ready because you need to have those tokens unstaked and ready when the rally happens because it won't really last too long, right? The long-term potential depends on the entire Polygon ecosystem itself because Ethereum itself is reaching its Ethereum 2.0 stage, and thereby Polygon could not be as popular as it is right now, and thereby the future may not necessarily be that great for PolyPad. But regardless of that, the short-term to mid-term potential is really good, and thereby I suggest you to take a look into this and only buy this after doing your own research, right? Again, remember guys, you guys are not regular investors, you guys are brutal investors, so stay brutal. Thank you very much for watching my video, guys. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos. See you in my next video. Bye.